Oh, there we are. Yes, it's live. Konbanwa. We're out of focus though. There we go, I did it. Hi! Hello everyone. Minasan, konbanwa. CDK, Chris Brookes desu. Shikuyoro, shikuyoro, shikuyoro. Hello everyone, how are you doing on this fine... What day is it today? Thursday evening. Chrissy B, solo choco talk. 初めてかな。寂しい。I'm lonely. Masa's in Singapore right now. So just me ahead of Gatoh Move's show on the 29th of May, Monday. Shinjuku Face, the Mei Suruga 5th anniversary show. I was asked to come and do a choco talk here this evening. Hello everyone in the chat. Yo yo yo. こんばんは。こんばんは。始まった。じゃあ皆さんお疲れ様でした。乾杯。じゃ。秋？
Yes.
ビールありますか？
Yeah.
ない。
Yeah. Okay.
Don't let me drink alone.
All right. Hold on.
I'm already streaming alone.
Yes. Give me a
It will be too sad.
second. Here we are. Well, first and foremost, now that you're here, congratulations on a successful week.
Hectic week. Too busy a week. 超忙しい。
Yes. Well, people, I'm here, so don't you worry about anything. I don't think Chris needs translation from after hearing his winning speech and the king of DDT in Korakuen Hall.
Yeah,
I don't think he needs it, but if he does, I'll be here translating. 皆さん、開きます。この
乾杯。
多分優勝した時のコラケンホールのラストスピーチを聞くと多分翻訳いらないと思うんですけど、クリス・ブルックスはいたとしたら私は言います。そのまま翻訳は全然大丈夫です。
秋もいるのか。おめでとう。ありがとうございます。クリス、ひらがななら読めたりす。あ、ごめん。おい。It was photo time. You're the best. Thank you. Too busy. It's been a busy week. Yes, some people already said omedeto for the King of DDT, which took place on Sunday. 5月21日かな。忘れちゃった。すごい。It was only like, what, 4 days ago, I guess? What day is it today? I have no idea. Today is the 25th. Yeah, 4 days ago, but it feels like a lifetime already. So much has happened in between. 4日前だけけど、いろいろなんか、King of DDT 記者会見のバカ外人、忙しすぎ。でも、今元気。まあ、ちょっと元気。
ちょっと元気
ちょっと元気。
What happened?
大きい怪我なしけど。
けど
痛い。全部痛い。
Well, people, as you know, it will be my job to conduct more or less of this talk. 皆さん、秋も、そうです。今日はこのトークを行うのは私の仕事ってなっておるので、ちゃんと真面目にやると思います。
Congratulations on
喧嘩はならないと思います。それはならないように頑張ります。よし So, Chris B, as of I know, you have a title match on 29th.
So
CDK.
How
many defenses you have had at this point?
This will be looking to make the 9th, I believe. I was checking it earlier, and I think this is the 9 of the
I think somebody knows. 誰か知ってますか皆さん。If somebody knows here in the chat how many defenses they have had, I think 9 comes up at like a reasonable number.
I think 9. Hold on, I'll check it now. I've opened cage match 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're 8 defenses deep right now. This will be looking to make the 9th. And It's a difficult one, this one, isn't it? I was speaking to you about this before, but it's kind of we said previously, like, I'm not really involved whatsoever in the setup of this one. I don't even remember actually at this point when the last time I did a ChocoPro show was.
Yeah, I think it also involves you being very busy with DDT in the recent times. Ever since I think Masa-san wanted to really let you focus. I think this time it was really important that you really all in go on that tournament. And I think we can see the result of that. We can see the intensity on it was quite high from the beginning. And I think Masa-san felt it. And I think didn't call you on purpose.
Sure.
Because usually you would do like 2 to 3 ChocoPros a month.
Sure, yeah.
Like every other week at least. Depending.
And it's funny to think actually, like, not even... I say like it feels like I've not done ChocoPro or something in forever, but like the Deadlock shows were only a month ago right about now. So
Yeah.
it's not even been that long technically. It was
Yeah.
just the way timing worked out. A week or two after the Deadlock stuff, King of DDT started, and we had the Shinjuku Face shows, and then of course those 2 weeks were spent really focusing on being ready for Korakuen. So it's been very busy, but yeah, I haven't had anything to do with the setting up of this match. It's kind of a Shin and Masa centric situation.
From your situation, how much do you really know about it as of right now?
From what I've seen, it seems to be a further progression of this this position that Shin seems to have of both adoration and wanting approval from Masa Takanashi.
That is, yeah, quite accurate. From where at least I can judge, being together with both of them for like a year now. But it seems Masa is not that interested. At least that's what it looks like to me. Up until like he really agreed, like I think Shin kind of, with just persistent alone, kind of got him.
Yeah. Well, I think it seems to me, at least from an outside perspective, that Shin's found himself at some kind of, not a crossroads as such, but a real point of needing to make something happen if he's going to stay around in ChocoPro. Because I think that maybe is where Masa's perceived lack of interest could be coming from. Because we both know that Masa Takanashi is not that kind of person. He's the kind of person that will give an opportunity to anyone.
Yes.
Which he does very regularly.
Yes.
As like, you'll see pretty much like with ChocoPro shows, any free wrestler that stumbles into Japan looking for a chance to do something, he'll give them an opportunity to do something. He'll like give them an in into ChocoPro or whatever, which the same happened with yourself.
Literally,
like, you know the road. And I think Masa is not usually very dismissive of people unless, I guess, potentially if he feels like they're letting him down. So I think if he's coming at it from a stance now seeming like he's not interested, I think it's probably down to Shin's own doing and lack of proving something to him after giving him a chance.
なんか今の話的に翻訳すると、私とはクリスはどれぐらいこのなんか私はこのタッグタイトルにはそんな関わりがなかったし、そもそも私がいないところでもうどんどんこの進んでるんですけど、私が知ってる通りだと、シンがやっぱマスターに憧れでも憧れだけじゃなくて今になると逆に認めてほしいというか、その少しの部分自分に憧れだけじゃない人に変えたいというか、マスさんを自分のライバルとか自分の相手とかにしたい気持ちが増えてて、マスさんは意外とそんな最初興味なさそうに見えてたし、でもシンさんがやっぱ思いっきりバンバン言ってこのチャンス掴んだんですけど、クリスが外から見るって時に自分が言ってる印象は、クリスとしてはなんかシンが多分今どうしてこのしつこくなったというか、突然のパーってなった時は、多分シンも今チョコプロに残れたかったら何かのものを構わないと、何かの結果を出すというか、自分の中で何かが生み出せないとやっぱチョコプロには残りづらいんじゃないかなとか、これはシンさんが感じ始めて、逆にこれを出してないからマスさんが無視してるんじゃないかな。マスさんはクリスが、思うとやっぱ誰にもチャンスあげるタイプだし、そもそもアッキがここいるのはその証明だから、一番最初から今でも新しい 海外のレスラーから来たとしてもすぐやっぱ自分の何かができるチャンスを与えてもらうので、これがシンが逆に少しマスターをがっかりさせてるんじゃないかな。だからそういうものになってるんじゃないかなとか言ってます。Yeah, just translated that thing. But what do you think is that disappointment in your eyes coming from? Like why do you think what like Shin lacks that translates into him being a disappointment? Like because you know Masa-san as much as anybody can. I think the two people that know him the most in all of the world right today is Emi Sakura and you. Like in no questions asked. And I think from your point of view, what could Shin be lacking that makes him a disappointment for Master Takanashi?
I think he's lacking a flavor. Aji. I've said this to you before. Like, what is the flavor of Shin Suzuki at the moment? And we had this discussion previously, and I think we got into like an interesting trend of discussion about like, I think Shin is too happy to just fit in, and hasn't perhaps previously had to have that experience of selfishly driving towards what he wants to get where he wants to be. And maybe like now, like he's at least challenged Masa multiple times. There's like some sense of initiative in there. Yes. But I think maybe just being too complacent in being a part of something instead of wanting to get more.
Being too much of a good boy.
Yeah, instead of wanting to get something out of being a part of it. Because I think it's, without question, he's like integrated into Gatoh Move and ChocoPro now. He definitely feels like a Gatoh Move or ChocoPro member. Yes. But if you look at the rankings of everyone, he's probably at the very bottom. Yeah. In terms of like just standing with like people's impressions.
Yeah. 多分私がどうしてマスさんを多分日本で一番知ってる、日本か世界で一番知ってる2人はクリスと桜さんじゃないかなとか思うと、クリスが考えるとなんでマスさんがそういう興味をしなかったとか、そういうなんで時間かかったとか、なんで最初はこうしたとか言えば何が足りてないんだろうとか言えば、クリス的にはやっぱセンス的には自分らしさがやっぱまだないんじゃないかな。自分のなんかまんま言ったのは味がどんな選手なの。多分クリス的にはシンさんは意外と自分が人をよしというかそんな感じでもう自分の場所を作ってそのままそれでいいんだっていうところがあるんじゃないかな。この何かがわがままになるというか自分のものをなんか捕まえたいというか何かが作りたいというかがやっぱ足りてないんじゃないかな。私が自分の居場所ができたのでそれでよし。その部分が逆にあって何も掴んでないんじゃないかな。で今見るとやっぱガトムームの、チョコプロの特にガトムームよりも一人に見えるし全然アットホームの感があるのにやっぱ外の時から見るとやっぱ結構低めのイメージがあるんじゃないかなこのメンバーの中で。それは私が思うとクリスさんが言ってます。私
Come here. Because like if we're going half and half right now, so I think it makes more sense for at least when you're talking, you're on the screen.
Let me at least put pants because I'm literally in my training gear right now.
Hey, you look fancy. It's fine. I think Shin is just trying to find his worth through Masa since Masa was his inspiration to get into wrestling. Well, that's fine, but you won't get Masa's approval just by wanting his approval. You have to do something to warrant getting his approval, I think. Shin is a dad, that's enough for me. Someone said like, a wonderful father with a very adorable daughter.
Yeah,
But how does that translate how does that translate to the ring?
Actually, I think Akane-san actually even said it once. He said the best quality about Shin at this point isn't that he's father of onigiri, which you guys saying it kind of makes it true.
Oh, that the best point is that he's the father?
Yeah,
right.
Like that's what Shinogane said when he had a singles with him. Like
your best quality or most interesting quality.
At this point, you're just a father to one of the most
very
adorable
children. Very adorable.
One of the most adorable child in the world. But hey guys, so でも最後にクリスが言うのはやっぱ今もうちょっと何かが捕まえたくて何かがして今チャレンジいっぱいしてそれで逆にタイトルマッチもらったのは何かの動きが今あるんじゃないかなとか思って逆に動きがあったからこそタイトルマッチももらったんじゃないかな。
It's not that I don't want to see it. もちろん見たい。 I want to see him come out with something. I want to see
Yeah.
him show what the flavor is. But it's like, I even saw Chie tweet the other day. Chiezo did a tweet, SNS, where she said, because they, at the Bakagaijin show 2 days ago, had flyers for the Gatoh Move Shinkiba show.
Yes.
And Chie forgot to put them on seats before the show.
Oh.
So at the end of
usually that's what you like.
So at the end of the show, when the Czechia shooting was happening and everything, Chie went round and was giving posters to everyone. There's a Gatoh Move show on Monday.
Yeah.
CDK have an
title
match, and everyone was going, honto? Shironakatta. Like, people didn't even know there's a title match happening. And I think, obviously, like, Masa right now is in Singapore.
Yeah.
He's gone over to Singapore and he's busy with that. And then, like, I had the King of DDT coming over.
Yes.
I'm with the champions.
Yeah.
And Chon is the person that stepped in to try and help Shin.
Yes.
So in that match, like, if there's anyone that should be shouting from the rooftops about it, it's Shin.
Yeah.
Like, it's his match.
It's his match to make.
It's his match
to make or break.
It's his match to make, and if people don't even know it's happening, like, what does that tell you?
Yeah. It's クリスとしてはやっぱこのチェのツイートとか見てたし、やっぱ捕まったとしてもこのまあこっちはチャンピオンだし、今マッサンがシンガポール行ってて忙しい。クリスは今キングオブ DDT のトーナメントがあって今勝った優勝したばっかだし、ここの方が注目高い。でも DDT の CDK のファンしか来ない。バカ外人の大会にしたらタイトルマッチがあるって誰も知らなかったし、じゃあこれだったとしたらやっぱチョンさんがシオンさんを助けてシンさんにやっぱ力になりたくてこの挑戦に入ってるって意味だったら、この試合を慣れるか慣れないか、この試合がどうにかするかしないか、この試合は結果どうであろう、何かがものは変わるか変わらないかといえば、どう見てもシンさんの試合です。シンさんが何か捕まうか捕まらないか試合じゃないかなとか今チャンピオンクリス・ブックスが思っております。
I want to see Shin come out with more aggression. Damn, Chris is coming for Shin's throat. No, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest and real, and in this instance, factual. Like, that's a fact. People said they didn't know the match was happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, if it means something to him, he needs to convey that to people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he did a blog post and I saw it and it had some impressions on it, but even in like an instance like that, it's just something you should be conscientious of. Like, if he wants to share his feelings, the same way I did with the King of DDT.
Yeah.
I considered doing like a blog situation and writing out, but I was like, no one will read it.
Yeah.
That's a link you have to click to go somewhere else to read it, which is why I did like the notes, screen grabs, like 3 pages of how I felt about things.
Yeah.
Because then people are going to see it, but like no one's going to click on a blog and check it out. Like, and if he has real deep feelings about the match, tell me about them. I want to know about them. Because at this point, it's not like, there's a lot of times when I'll go into title matches and be kind of condescending or looking down on someone, and I'm really not. Because considering my King of DDT journey that just recently happened, I'm on the same team as him.
Yeah.
Like, I want him to break out and do this thing.
Yeah.
Like, if he truly feels it and truly believes it and truly wants to do it, I want to see it. So, like, let's see it.
クリスとしてはやっぱ、自分も今なんていうんですかね、言葉使うのは少し力不足を感じるし、だけどじゃあ私もやっぱキングオブ DDT 勝った後で自分の感情を伝えたい、私はどう思ってるかがみんなに知ってもらいたい、それをするためにブログを作ろうと思ってた。だからクリスはシンさんのブログを読んでやっぱそうこういう思ってるんだなとか思ったんですけど、それもやっぱ人に伝えたかったらもう一個壁を作るより、だから自分がやっぱブログ作っちゃったらもう一回人がみんな押して違うところ行ってそこから読み始める。例えばもう一個壁がある。それよりスクリーンショットを撮ってそのまま写真として載せたし、それがみんな一瞬写真が見えるから、そのまま何書いてるかも半分見えるから、それを押して読むのはもっと人が読むだろう。それが私なんか自分が捕まえたかったものを捕まえた後にもそれぐらい考えてるから、これがシンさんが私はクリスとしては私はシンさんの方でどっちかといえば味方だし、見たい私もシンが何をクリスがシンが何かを捕まって何かを動かすか、これは逆に見たい。何かがするなら見てみたい、どうなるか。なんか私クリスとしてもシンとはやっぱ付き合いがちゃんとあるから、それがシンが何かが捕まって何かが動かしたとしたら、それは私がやっぱもちろん見たい。
To that point too, like, I really wanted to put something out like that to convey like my feelings in Japanese.
Yeah.
Because with DDT, it's a
Yes.
worldwide international company, and the majority of its audience is Japanese people.
Yes.
So I want to convey that point to him. But like,
Yeah.
on a similar token, on the reverse side of the same coin, like ChocoPro is not solely a small Japanese independent company.
Yeah,
it
that's
has
true.
a completely worldwide reach.
Yes.
But Shin has made no effort to convey how he feels to the English-speaking audience, which
Yeah.
is,
Yeah, 50%.
you could say it's a 50-50 split with
Yeah.
ChocoPro.
Yeah, really, genuinely.
Yeah, which is like, if he really wants to tell people how he feels, he needs to go that extra mile in conveying it to people, so that people can understand what he's feeling. Because he's not unaware of what the audience make of
Yeah.
this. Like, he knows. So it's like, you need to try and, if you really feel this way, you really want to challenge, and this match with Masa, or like proving yourself to Masa, really means that much to you, show people how much it means to you.
And maybe I think taking all those extra steps will, in return, shows Masa Takanashi how much he really wants it.
Right, yeah, exactly. I think so.
Or is it just a childish admiration that's like a
Yeah,
grown-up man has?
How deep does it go? Because everyone has things that they were influenced
Yes.
by when they were younger.
Yeah.
And then, like, those things can
What are
either
you willing
become
to do for
real
it?
influences, or this can just be a memory that he holds on to, and he's like, oh, that was something that inspired
Yeah.
me, so I should keep it as a thing that inspired me. But does
Yeah.
it really inspire you?
Yeah.
Like, because the story with Shin is about the Sekimoto match, right?
Yes.
Shinjuku faced KOD Openweight title, Masa versus Daisuke Sekimoto
Yes.
from 2010, 11.
Yeah.
Shinjuku face. He was in the crowd
Yeah.
and watched that match and was inspired by Masa Takanashi and so on and so forth. So it's like, well, tell everyone. Why
Yeah.
am I telling everyone now? Tell people.
Yes, tell people. So like ケースとしてはやっぱもちろん DDT は世界中の団体ですけど、ほとんどのお客さんが日本のお客さんです。だからやっぱ伝えきれるなら日本語の方がいい。英語ではクリスはパパパって言っても言ったことできるし、よく喋ってるんですけど、買った後で変えたものは日本語でした。なぜかといえば一番見てる人たちに知ってもらいたい。これがもちろん簡単じゃないし、もちろんいろいろな手を使ってこれをしたと。でもチョコプロはこれの逆で半分、ちょうど半分の人が英語の人たちです。世界から見てる人たち。で、そこをやっぱアピールしたとしても、そこをなんか本当に捕まえたいなら、そういうところもやってみた方がどうじゃないですか。このやっぱ私はこういうものを手に入れたいので、こういうことです。じゃあ今クリスとしてはじゃあシンさんの話といえばこういう話じゃないですか、関本さんの試合の話で、なんでこの話を私が言ってるの、このみんなの前に初めてなんでみんな知らないの、スタートしたらシンじゃないですか。だから他の人も誰も言わない。でもシンさんがやらなければ誰も知らない。逆にそういうこの憧れはもちろん、クリスとしては憧れはみんなにある。子供の時期の憧れがあるし、何かのきっかけとしてみんなレスラーになる。でも本当にこの憧れが続くか続かないか、本当にこの憧れが自分の力になるかならないかは、それのために何をやるかというってじゃないですか。これはもちろんよかったな、こういうこと私好きだったなってだけで終わるか、本当にこのものでつながって何かを生み出すか。それはやっぱ自分が取ってるそれを捕まえたいために何をつなげていくかのがじゃないですか。そうすれば逆にどれぐらいこれが欲しいというのは一番伝えきれるのは、一番分かるのはマスター話じゃないですかなとかはクリス・ブルックスが言ってます。
です。
But if we talk about, let's just say, of course this is Shin. Of course this is the title match. Of course the thing that will happen. There's only 4 days left. On the other hand, if we look at as an Asia tag team as a whole, CDK, even speaking from my point of view, have really had quite a run, you could say, at this point. You have, like, if Best Bros were a team, because we were, for like 422 days for a long time, were champions, and then CDK was the team we could never beat. CDK beat us, took the battelle, but they did something completely different.
The reigns are different now, but like I can say this regardless of like personal feelings or like how heated we often get when we're in the ring together.
Yeah.
I can look at the two reigns and separate that completely and be like, neither is like you can't compare them.
Yes.
They're like Best Bros title reign was during the height of like Corona still.
Yeah.
And like completely carried ChocoPro in a way that, like, would ChocoPro have succeeded if that title reign and those matches hadn't been there? Potentially not. Like, that was how strong that was, and it was contained in this thing. And then it was kind of just timing that as me and Masa won the Asia Dream belts, things changed, and then it became like, because there was always like some kind of discussion of like, oh, CDK don't defend the belts as much as Best Bros did, but they were two separate things.
Yes.
Like ChocoPro was very contained and a thing within itself, where like it was about the people in that building.
Yes.
And about elevating everyone in that building, which Best Bros did as like the top of ChocoPro, and then everyone who wrestled them, from like whoever it was, guests, or whether it was just like the other Gatoh move girls, like it elevated everyone and everyone was brought up by it. But then when we won the belts, things had changed to the point where that like now Gatoh move was running shows again everywhere.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a case of like, oh well, CDK on this day will wrestle these people, because it was so contained before. It was like, oh, the Gatoh move core members are these people, and they will, like, these are the ones that are going to be around, and you have to be careful about inviting anyone in because of
because the literal threat of it not being able to continue.
Right, exactly.
Literally.
But then CDK's reign has been very different in that Best Bros title reign served ChocoPro, arguably more than it served Best Bros. Best Bros title reign elevated everyone in ChocoPro and elevated ChocoPro, whereas CDK's title reign has been different in that it's kind of elevated what the belt is.
Yes.
Separately from what Best Bros did.
Yeah.
Because we've faced the likes of like Yankee Nito Kenju, or like we went over to Singapore with them, we went over to Germany with them, we've taken them and wrestled Suicide Boys and Unamon and Kenoka and like the Yuma Gundam, and like all these teams are like outward teams, or more, it's done more for the belt in that sense, whereas I think when Best Bros had the belt, them having the belts was doing more for ChocoPro and everyone involved in ChocoPro and the image of it, if that
from
makes
where
sense.
like that's why I don't feel any hostility towards it. Like I am how should I say, it was so different from what as a champion me and Mei were, that it was like, if you want to compare it to, you could say those reigns are closed and open. The whole thing when Best Bros was champion was, it was as close as it could be, and I think but it was intense.
But in that essence, both have been like as best as you could have asked for either of them. Like in the closed situation, the Best Bros title reign could not have been better, and then in the open situation, at this point, I think CDK's couldn't have been better. But they were at separate points.
You can say if if the other way around with Best Bros.
Someone said they're dangerous belts. They certainly are.
Oh yeah, I've bled from them 3 times.
Same, and ripped my costume.
Yeah, both. My bag. I have a new bag because of Asia Dream Tag Team belts. I literally ripped my bag apart, which I had for like 7 years, which was like my buddy, my partner. I started traveling as a wrestler with that bag, and even though it sucked. Sakura-san used to look at me like this. I always kept it because it was like such a
You've been so many places.
It brought me everywhere, and I brought it everywhere. But the Asia Dream tag belt really ripped it apart. Like you could literally see from outside in. Then I had to change it. But like.
You okay for a bit?
Yes.
I'll get one while.
No, continue. But CDK as a champions brought the belts to the Chocomints in return. They went to UK, they went to Germany, they went to this. They had the dream matches, and now it seems like slowly but surely, it's coming back in again. At least that's what it seems to me. When I think of the previous defenses,
right?
It came back to Reset, which literally we won the belts from Reset, so it's as much Gatoh move as can be.
Yeah.
And then this time it's ChocoPro. This time it's Xing and Chonsuryu. That is also as much as ChocoPro Gatoh move as it can be. So I think after really going around the world, it seems like the focus is slowly but surely, one more time, coming back in. And as a champion who have been through the whole thing, do you feel like, as this is a challenge, that are you close to the end of your reign, or do you feel like once you get in, that's when it starts from again, and you feel like you will have a whole ChocoPro to go through?
It's difficult somewhat because like we said at the beginning, the Shin things feel so much more interpersonal with Masa as opposed to being even about the belts, perhaps. And I don't know how that figures out in that sense, but I think the fact that it's kind of, as you said, worked its way around and it's becoming more integrated back into Gatoh Move is, if anything, just exciting now. I think every team is at a different place than it was when we won them, because we won them 400 and something days ago.
Yeah, 450 at least now.
Yeah, like because obviously we did the title match recently with Oripan.
Yeah.
And Oripan then to when CDK won the belts was so different.
Yeah, it wasn't even a thing.
And we did.
In any sense.
I mean, even as individuals.
Yes.
Like it developed so much. The same with like Black Komenechi. Like Kirihara was so different to 400 days prior.
Yeah.
And like I think that applies to literally every team and combination that you can think of, even within just ChocoPro. If you look at a team like Eggtop, like you look at Hagane and Chie together now. I mean, Hagane is Hagane, but the Chie that Chie is now compared to when we first had the belts 400 days ago, or when you'd have defended against them, is like drastically different. You and Mei are very different to how you were when we had our title match.
Yeah.
Like at that point, I can't even think now. Like along the timeline.
Yeah.
400 days ago.
More.
400.
I think 450.
450 days ago. Had Mei wrestled for AW at that point? Or just been over there?
I think... maybe once. But when I don't think she ever wrestled for AW till that point.
Because I don't ever remember... Well, maybe she did. Did Mei take... She took one belt to America at one point.
She went there and I think she was in a managerial role the whole time.
Right.
She did the tourings and everything though. I think that's it.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, if you look at that separation, like, Mei has done so much in the last 450 days. You had the Super Asia belt.
Yes.
In between these 2 points, you've done a lot that's very different. I think that internally within Gatoh Move, everything's changed so much that I'm open and enthusiastic about the idea now of the kind of CDK have done the list of teams that they wanted to do. Outside, like Yankee Nito Kenju and Suicide Boys and whatever, and it's like good that we can get back to doing more Gatoh Move centered matches.
Yeah.
But I think to that point too, more pressure on Shin Suzuki.
Yeah.
I'd say, if anything, you can look at the team of not the team of Shin and Chon.
Yeah.
Because that's an unfair way to put it on Chon, because Chon has so much history with ChocoPro and Gatoh Move.
Yeah.
But I think you could look at Shin and, if you're being realistic, say he's the most unexpected and not undeserved, but if you look at anyone who's challenged for the belts, he's the one who's got the biggest task ahead of him than maybe any other team. Like, because he's not in a position where he's riding some wave of momentum.
Yes.
Everyone else who's coming to us, even if it's Orican,
Yeah.
They had momentum going into it.
Yeah.
Shin doesn't have momentum.
Yeah.
At the moment, all he has is Masa Takanashi's indifference.
Yeah.
So, the stakes are higher for him than anyone else.
なんかクリスとしては自分のチャンピオンと感じとしてやっぱ多分450日ほぼほぼ450日ぐらいに今チャンピオンだし、これがもちろん前にいたベスボールズがチャンピオンとして長い感じだったんですけど、自分としては全然ベスボールとは違かったし、ベスボールズがチョコプロだけ中身のこの時はやっぱ守れないものとか、これをキープしなきゃとかそのまま続けなきゃという部分だったんですけど、CDK は逆に反対側にめちゃめちゃオープンなチームです。あちこち行ったし、めちゃめちゃドリームマッチをバンバンやったり、ベルトというもの自体を新しい場所にそれていったチームとたしでも、逆に最近戻ってきて、遠回りしてもう一回リセットとか、オレパンとかで、逆に今鈴木慎とチョンシリもう一回ガトムーブとチョコプロのチームともう一回参戦するようになったのは、クリスとしてはやっぱめちゃめちゃ楽しい、エキサイティングもっとワクワクするし、どう変わるかというのが見えるし、逆に自分がチャンピオン、CDK がチャンピオンになった時期からとはやっぱりよっぽど変わっちゃってるから、全てがベストブローズから勝ったチーム自体がベストブローズ変わってるし、メイとアッキとやっぱオレパンといったとしてもさやかとチエがめちゃめちゃ変わってたし、エグタルというものがもうあえたんですけど、真の鋼はずっと真の鋼と言っても大丈夫ですけど、チーゾーは今めちゃめちゃ違う選手になってて、今のエグタルとは前とはあんまりにも 違うものになってるというか、だからこういうチームと考えるとやっぱ新鈴木の方が一番プレッシャーじゃないですか。やっぱ他チームにはちょっとだけ何かの代わりの勢いがある。でも来た後でガトモブに入ってから一番変わってないのは鈴木慎じゃないですか。この勢いがないまま自分の思い出だけでやっぱこのチャンスを捕まえてこのベルトを取りたいというのを鈴木慎の勢いがあるなら一番大変なのはここじゃないですかなというクリスが思ってます。いやだから鈴木慎はこの勢いないまま勝てるか勝てないかはめちゃめちゃ大変、めちゃめちゃ難しい大きい一歩だと思う。 CDK も CDK で今負ける未来があまりにも見えないというチャンピオンになってきたので、指針はどうするかって言ってるはやっぱ一番かかってるんじゃないかなって。
He's asked for this match and I don't know how it would go. CDK could steamroll him. It could be the shortest Asia Dream tag match of all time. Like like you think about it, CDK is on a better form right now than they've ever been.
Yeah, that's
separately
true.
and combined.
Yeah, you guys are a roll.
Asia Dream Tag Champs. Asia Dream Tag Champions for 450 days or whatever.
Yeah.
The SPW Tag Champions for 180 days or something. Masa Takanashi just won the setup.
Yeah, he's a singles champion.
Belt.
He has 3 belts
He's
now.
a singles champion. He's got 3 belts.
And
I
he's
just won the King of
to,
DDT.
Yes.
He's in Singapore.
On your road to getting another singles
on the road
belt.
to challenging for the KOD and Musabetsuki title at Ryogoku Sumo Hall.
Yeah.
Like, CDK right now, singles or tag, are the best they've ever been.
Yeah.
And that's when he's chose to step up and challenge, which I respect it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no part of me that like doesn't want Shin to do well.
Yeah.
I really do want him to bring something and show it, but
Yeah.
I think he has to realize what kind of hurdle is in front of him.
なんか CDK チャンピオンとしてはやっぱ CDK は今多分今までの中で一番いいフォームだし、シングルとしてもタッグとしてもマスさんがCDK 自体でアジアドリームを450日ぐらい持ってるし、スーパーサウティストエイジア SPW のタッグベルトももはや半年ぐらい持ってるし、そのプラスにマスさんが今タイのオープンウェイトセットアップのチャンピオンだし、クリスが今キングオブ DDT になって、KOD オープンウェイトをそろそろ挑戦するというところまで行っちゃって、シングルとしてもタッグとしても今ではもう最強の状態で今このチームがいるので、この正直言っちゃえば今までの中で一番早いアジアドリームのタッグ挑戦になっちゃうかもしれない。そのまま CDK がもう秒殺と言っても大丈夫ぐらいの試合にしちゃうかもしれない。だからそれはもちろんクリスが言ってるのはもちろん私が真にうまくいってほしい。何かができるかできないかがこっちは楽しみ、何かが逆にやってほしい、どうなるかが分かんないから、それの方が逆に楽しいから。けど今 CDK をチャレンジするには今までの中で一番大変じゃないかな。今までの中で一番難しいと思う。だから何かができるかが私は知らないと思うんですけど、今の CDK は多分今までの中で一番調子がいい。But that is true. That is 100% true. Like from the tag, as like if I speak personally, even for myself, those belts are my first belts that I've ever won. すいません。You talk.
The odds are stacked against them, but what could Shin and Shon do to win? What are their strengths together and their weaknesses that in CDK they can exploit? No, there are not in tag team wrestling, and I think Chon is Chon. Chon is fantastic in his own right. I think the pressure really is on Shin and what he's gonna put together here.
This stream changed into very different things, Chrissy B, all of a sudden. We have some wonderful presents.
Oh, we have a gift.
Hold on a sec.
What the hell?
Every stream we do like this turns into a food stream.
Why? People just send things to Ichigo's address.
No, but it's a good thing. It's just how intense we try to get.
Crazy time.
We always end up having a merry old time.
what is going
Oh,
on here.
this might be something.
Oh, this might be something.
Hold on a sec. No, I think I know what it is, but we're gonna go all in and try to show people.
Someone said, what's CDK's weakness? And someone said, maybe the friendly fire in every CDK match. I'll let you all in on a secret. I just slap Masa sometimes because I want to. It's not a mistake.
Why? Because it leaves early on drinking parties?
Recently, yeah, sometimes.
We have...
It smells...
Oh!
Whoa!
This
My
is
goodness.
a drink as much as you can kind of food.
What is this?
I don't know. These are Sikh kebabs.
Kebabs?
Yeah, I think these are kebabs. No. Yeah, this is Sikh kebab.
Oh,
I think-
boy. Hello. That's sheikh kebab. That's
No, I think this
chicken.
one. I think
That's
this
kebab.
is. I think probably. It looks like it,
That's sheikh kebab for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kebab.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It looks.
Wow.
It looks like
This
otsumomi
looks
style.
delicious.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toro 企画ありがとうございますトロキカクさん。
ありがとうございます。
よし、じゃあ持ってっちゃおうか。
いただきます。
Yeah, we were at the conclusion of the talk, but it seems our stream got 10 minutes longer.
I was feeling quite hungry, so.
Yeah, that's
funny.
good.
いただきます。
よし。Yeah, but good?
うまっ。
なるほどね。Let me bring you a little thing.
Plate. うまい。
Like just from the fact that how much things have changed in the last 420 days. The very fact that the two of us are doing this stream, drinking and eating together, is in itself is a thing that has changed in that 1.5 year.
We've learned.
Yeah, I think I'm more mature somehow.
We've learned to separate
Yes.
personal and professional time.
Yeah, because one of the biggest things could be like you get to enjoy so many things if you can do that. Yeah.
That's true. But in the
Itadakimasu.
ring, fear not, we still hate each other.
I know. Even when I was watching your finals with Higuchi, believe me, half of it, I was not cheering for you. Yeah, I could tell.
Wow.
Even though Higuchi-san was like people don't know, but me and Higuchi-san used to train together.
for DNA, right?
To me, he's my, like, from my generation.
Aki was partly involved in the DNA
Oh, yeah.
system.
Oh yeah, I used to, like, all of those guys are
Shuma,
my, they are my guys.
Higuchi, Yoshimura, Ueno,
Watase,
Watase,
Yoshimura,
Umeda.
yeah. But like, so I was really feeling like, yeah. So I could tell. Oh yeah. I still kind of. If we ever wrestle, I think I know it will be a very proper continuation of the things. Like I could tell even in that match. But the things that have changed, like
Where is Shin right now?
I don't know.
I've not seen a comment from him.
Probably I know. Maybe usually
Do you
he's
think he's watching? Does he comment on streams ever?
yes, most of the time.
Most of the time, right?
Yes.
But today, nothing.
Today nothing. Yes, that's true as well.
Interesting.
これうまいね。
Aki to DD2. Aki's been in DD2
Yeah,
on
I know.
occasion.
I know them.
My produce shows, training with DNA.
I've had like I don't do like shows for them.
Otaku.
But, yeah, I know them. Yeah, I think I know DT after ChocoPro. That's the thing I know the most.
Aki has such a familiarity in
Yeah,
DD2.
literally everybody.
Anytime he comes backstage, no one says, "Oh, hey Aki, what are you doing here today?"
No,
Everyone
it's like,
says,
hey,
"Oh,
Aki, yay!
hey."
There's so many people there that have, like, I have so much camaraderie with, like long friendships with and all that.
He comes in and comments from time to time, yes. No comments today. Chris
Yeah.
Brooks' producer, Aki versus Takeshita was fire. That was a insanely good match. Not
Thank
to
you.
toot your horn.
Wow.
I think it was all Takeshita's work,
I know
however.
you don't enjoy it when you say that. I really know that. But
I never ever in my life want to lose to Aki, but I think he's a good wrestler. There's a reason why I book him on my shows. but I don't want him to beat me. There's the crux of our relationship.
Yeah, you could say that. And the more better Chris gets, and he does get better, which I think I've said it before openly, and a lot, that one of the things I really do admire is his willingness and openness to learn and get better, still in a situation where he's successful, which is hard. Like before you get successful, everybody wants to learn. But once you do, nobody wants to change because that's what made you successful in the first place. But his willingness and potential even to change is incredible. And the more I see it, the more I want to beat him. And that he can stand. And the fact that he gets better and I want to beat him more, I can stand. And you can see the conundrum in that statement.
Aki vs Takeshi was a good match.
So
was the Hiroshima one.
Hiroshima's one was very memorable for me.
I liked the Hiroshima one more, perhaps.
Myself too. Because it was, how should I say? We were very honest in that match. Both of us.
True to yourselves.
Yeah. That was a very honest match. And also I felt very special because I didn't know if I would have that match again. Takeshita, I'm pretty sure I'm going to wrestle Takeshita.
I hope so.
I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure that some point, might not even once, maybe we'll have many matches, I think. As long as we keep wrestling. We are one day apart from each other.
Someone said CDK are both southpaws, left-handed.
What?
Masa's left-handed.
What?
And I'm left-handed. And so is Drew.
Hold on a sec. Masan is left-handed,
Yeah.
but he eats soba right.
I think he's left-handed.
Really?
Yeah. I think so. I think the three of us are. Me, him, and Drew. I'm sure that's a thing that's been discussed before.
Wow. The fact that I never because I've seen him eat like this. Because when we train together, Masan, the reason he drinks so much and still have 6 packs, which is unfair and ridiculous, but it's because his diet is so strict, and he he eats very small amounts. He eats very good food. He doesn't eat shitty foods. He eats very nice carbs, nice protein, and all of that. So I've seen him eat. So I've seen him eat from right hand too, but I think I've seen him from left hand too. Now that I think about it, but I just never thought about it.
Chris doesn't do produce shows anymore.
Why,
It says that I do completely real produce shows now. I absolutely produce shows now. They're called Backagaisen and Friends, and I do all of it. I'm producing more than I ever was before.
Yeah, regularly. Merch, show, a YouTube channel.
Right. Backagaisen is a Chris produced show.
That is literally but I think produce show and your own show it's Backagaisen is at this point a promotion. More so than a produce show. If you did a produce show, that would be Mei doing a ChocoPro show. I think that's the people's image of doing a produce show.
I have a company. We run shows every month. I don't need to do produce shows anymore. And also they came at a different time. It was pandemic timing. There was a lot of shows with no audience, so it was a viable thing to do.
Yeah.
Whereas it wouldn't be now, but Backagaisen exists.
Backagaisen is a thing. Yeah, that was. I do genuinely feel that way. By the way, Backagaisen going out of business is a question
Alasan said, "Oh, sorry," in DDT, but literally, if I did a produce show now in DDT, it would look like Backagaisen, just maybe in a different building.
It's just in a ring.
The people would be the same.
Probably, yeah. After watching your stuff for so long time, I kind of understand what you go for when you want to create a show. What do you want to show? You have a very clear picture of what you want to convey to people. And I feel that not just in your produce show, even with CDK, it's very clear to see. As long as you pay a certain amount of attention, it's very clear to see the kind of things you want to.
The flavor that we're showing.
The flavor of the show, what you want to show to people, what you want to convey. Not with just yourself either, with your opponent combined together. What do you want to show?
Right.
And I think it's very much similar to more of what's good in it. If that makes any sense. If a team is good, you want it to have the most better result you can get out of as a match in a team. For the belt, for yourself and your opponent, it seems. And the tactics you use for that is very questionable.
I was thinking about it today, though. However, when I was coming over here, and I was thinking about like what I wanted to say about the match.
Yeah.
And I came to the point of like winning and losing. And in my head, I was like almost, in a sense, like I wouldn't be angry if we lost. Like now, the purpose of having those belts to me isn't to have them. Whereas at the beginning it was.
Yeah.
At the beginning it was I wanted to have the belts.
Yeah.
I wanted to have the belts because I wanted to show that CDK were the best team.
Yeah.
I wanted it for that reason. Whereas now, like, I enjoy having those belts because of the opportunities it affords me and Masa.
Yes.
To go places and do things and have matches that are really challenging.
Yes.
But if we lost them, then there would just be a new challenge
Yeah.
of winning them back again.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make me as angry as people might think it would. Like,
Yeah.
the idea of losing it. If someone is strong enough to beat us, great, because then I want to beat them back.
Yeah.
Like, and that motivational thing is, like, why I enjoy CDK and the Asia Dream tag belts.
Yeah.
Because it affords me this chance to have these really hard matches where people who are really passionate about this thing give it 100%.
Yeah.
Which, like, you don't get to do all the time.
You don't really get to do that all the time, especially in in wrestling. Wrestling as a when you wrestle professionally, I think anything when you do it professionally, the job part of it does come into play. Like you can't help it. You can't help it. That's how you make a living. But I think Asia Dream, especially like Gatoh move as a concept, forget about a promotion or anything. ChocoPro as what it entails in the things that they want to create. I think they really lets you forget the fact that it is your job.
Absolutely.
Like I feel when I wrestle for ChocoPro and when I used to have Super Asia, that's like one of the things that I really frustrated when I really almost upset me when I lost Super Asia was because I knew what Super Asia afforded me.
The opportunity to have these matches.
Yes, like it gave me the opportunity it gave me the right to challenge the people that I can't just challenge anyway. Like I can't just go and like do Emi Sakura let's just have a singles match. You can't do that. Like I really wanted to wrestle Mas Takanashi. That's why one of the matches that I really wanted to do. I can't do that now. I need to get something to have that now. And I think the fact that you have Super Asia right now, I completely understand the fact that it at this point affords you a certain place that will let you, instead of you trying to go look for challenges, they just come to you.
Yeah.
They come to you on their own, feeling motivated, happy, and willing to give their all.
Yeah.
Passionate people. Believe me, people, only passionate people is the thing you see on this channel, the screen you're watching right now. Believe me, if people are not passionate, they don't stay long here.
So,
Emi Sakura is brutal. She's brutal to us, and we stay here.
Oh yeah.
To the people that she don't, it's a nightmare. But I think, in my view, in my very personal view, Shin Suzuki is passionate. He is motivated, and he has ambition, which is a very necessary thing.
I just read Kurisu kirei ni tabete erai.
You're being complimented as like a 4-year-old kid.
I eat beautifully.
I know. You should. Yeah. He even cleans up very nicely after himself once he is done eating too.
Have OCD, that's why.
I didn't want to say it, but I think he has ambition. In Japanese, you say yashin. To achieve something, to get something on his hand. He has all those things, but he also has a great anxiety about what if people don't accept him if he does show that.
Right.
And I don't say that like very honestly about things because it really is quite, how should I say it, demoralizing to let your people it's almost like getting seen naked because they can see you truly. Oh, it's like hanging your favorite painting in front of your house because now people know what your taste is. So like I think he has, because when we had the Super Asia match, I really got to know him. In the match, before the match, the talks he did with Sakura-san.
Right.
And as you can tell, Emi Sakura is very brutal until she gets to the truth. She will make you say it, even if you cry. Yeah. So
I know that.
I really saw that he really wants a lot of things. And he has great ambition. But he also has great insecurity about showing it because he might not get accepted. Because that chance is always there. He goes to Masa, he really persists him, and then he does the match and disappoints him so greatly that his chances to do ChocoPro gets fewer and fewer in the future. That's the risk you have to bet on. That's just how it is.
Yeah, risk and reward.
Yeah,
Because eventually, it'll just go away.
it will just go away.
Like if you get thrown the ball so many times and drop it every time, the ball won't get thrown to you next time.
Yeah. You're not on the team. You
And
don't
Shin
get chosen.
Shin is not a member of Gatoh Move.
Yeah.
Like we could see a future where he's just not in ChocoPro anymore.
Yeah.
That could happen, and I don't want it to.
Yeah.
I like Shin a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's a nice person, and I think he's a good wrestler, and I think his heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
But that could happen.
Yeah, but I think like what I wanted to say with like the fact that he has ambitions and everything is that it feels like he's finally betting on himself,
For sure.
which is what makes people break out of their shell, which is what it takes for people to take the next step, which is what makes people from good to great. And in all sense, I think if Shin Suzuki can really show his ambition in that title match, you just might have a new champion. Like, Masa Takanashi doesn't get emotional. He really doesn't. He's calm as a cucumber. Like, he's calm to the fact that he's almost like a perfect wrestler. But when it comes to Shin, he's emotional. And I think there lies Shin Suzuki's chance to take this thing home. なんか今言った通りというと、この私がスーパージやった時にシンさんとはよく知り合ったし、よくどんな方でどういうことで何を欲しいかとかよく見えてたし、シンさんには野望もあるし野心もあります。めちゃめちゃ桜さんとのチョコトークの時に特に感じました。だから今までそれを見せなかった理由は私具体的に分かんないんですけど、いよいよ見せたなという私は思ってます。でもいいレスラーだと言われると、何かをできたレスラーにはやっぱこの野心を見せる場が、これを見せる自信が必要と私は思っているので、それを見せたのはと私大きいきっかけだと思います。何が変わるなら今だと私は思ってます。私としてはマンさんがほぼほぼ完璧なレスラーというぐらいに冷静です。どんな試合でどうでなろうと冷静です。けどシン・スズキのことがなるとそんなに冷静じゃない。この試合決まったものも無視したものもみんなという振り前が違うということも感情がめちゃめちゃ入ってるんじゃないかなとか私は思ってます。その感情がある自体ものがシンさんにとって一番大きなチャンスじゃないかなとか私は思います。So like I was just saying when you were away that all of those ambition, all those showing and everything, the thing in return to that is Masan is so calm to the point where he's always so level-headed, almost to like a perfect wrestler. He's always that, like no matter how bad a match or good a match or the situation, whatever it is could be, he's not emotional when it really happens. He's like very calm and really collected when he wrestles, which is what presents that majestic style of wrestling that he does. But when it comes to Shin, I can't really say he's that calm and collected. Like
No.
the way he ignored the whole of the things, the way when he accepted, he really, he almost like slapped Shin for no reason and asked him to do that, and it's quite a messy thing, and messy things are emotional, and I think there lies Shin's chance from going good to great.
I get that.
And I think that's where I see the point, the main thing of this match.
Don't be afraid to show it.
Yeah.
Wear it all out there. Throw it out there.
Well,
Ichigo Ichie.
Also, everybody, as you know, this is Suruga Mei's 5th anniversary.
Yes. And she finally has a match.
And she finally had a match.
As of what, yesterday?
As of yesterday.
Yesterday was announced.
Yesterday, yeah. She announced it yesterday in the evening. I was surprised to hear the match.
Same, me too. But it's a good match.
It is a good match. It's in the line that the previous match was. I think that's what really I liked about it. Like the previous match was the from her own generation kind of match. It's not like a challenge match with legend or something.
No.
And this time too, the Momo is the same generation as Mei. They have had a team before. It's like they flew well very very much, and I think it will be that kind of a match. A very Mei style of 5th anniversary.
I think that's almost a nice thing that you can say a lot with Mei's matches, which I think is because she's such a young veteran.
Yeah, you could say that.
This happens all the time. Because like typically you'll see like younger wrestlers.
Yeah, challenge up.
They'll challenge up, like they'll face someone so much higher than them. Like like we've seen recently in Tokyo Joshi, like Aniki's become like a staple. And it's like
it really does.
the young girl is gonna try and step up to Aniki and challenge her.
Yeah.
But I think with Mei, in like, she's not even at 5 years, like this is the 5-year celebration.
Yeah.
In such a short time, she's already at a level where like, it would be futile almost to try and make a challenge.
It will just be a good match.
It would just be a good match, whereas like, if you put her against people from her own generation, I think typically if you put two generational wrestlers together, especially young ones, they don't bring that out of each other.
Yeah.
But Mei is such a level of quality only 5 years in.
She really does that.
Like she can wrestle Suzume or Riz or whoever, and it's like you'll see them still do the same thing they would if they wrestled Aniki.
Yeah.
Well, they'll put on their career best.
Yeah.
But Mei doesn't have that experience compared to them.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting.
That is very interesting.
Because you don't really see that.
Yeah, but I think the one color that really makes Mei's wrestling so different is she has a fun part to it. Like you're doing your best, you're having a hard time, you're wrestling the best at the peak of your ability. Like this is your limit, that's where you're walking when you're wrestling with Mei. But you kind of are having fun.
The style of Mei doing that is uniquely Mei.
Uniquely Mei.
Like if you see the Kohai Senpai match, it's always like a much more, not serious, it can be serious in both instances, that pure just aggression on fighting as hard as you can. Like, come on, do something. And trying. Bam. You know what I mean? Like it's a different feel to it that I think is uniquely Mei.
Uniquely Mei,
situation.
Like letting their, like beating them while they're having fun, like making them have fun and then beat them at it, basically. Very much, very
Mei
much.
is a much higher level for most people in her same generation. And always has been.
Always has been. Yeah, that's true.
Since her first anniversary or second anniversary, has always been the same.
Yeah, and also like she's like, I think the same thing could apply with like Chris. She's very open to learning too. Doesn't feel bad when she meets some, like mostly when you meet something, when you're good, when you meet something new that you don't know, you feel threatened. Intimidated. And then because you're intimidated, you put a wall. And that stops you from learning new things and accepting new things or accepting like good things from people or teachings from people. And I think she doesn't have that.
No.
I think she will never have that. She didn't have that's why I think
if you don't have it from the beginning, you'll never have it.
Yes. That could be one of the things. Like that's why her wrestling looks so young still. That's why she doesn't have that I am the senior now wrestling. Because she's that open no matter who she wrestles to.
Yeah, whoever she wrestles, it's not like you look at her and you're like, oh, Mei's the veteran here.
Yeah, it's just
in the quality of her wrestling, you'll know it.
Yeah,
it's
and I think, but the fact that she's wrestling her generation one more time on her 5th anniversary is very, very, very fantastic. And the whole card is out now. Mia, but this is also interesting. She has a student now. Isn't that bonkers that her student is about to have her first anniversary and she's 5 years in? She really is walking the footsteps of Emi Sakura. Really is. Because Emi Sakura had her first promotion before she did like 5 years in wrestling.
Believe me, the longer they both stay wrestling and the longer they're both involved, the meaner they both get.
Yeah.
She's completely following Emi Sakura.
Last time
When I first met Mei Suruga, she was like, wouldn't say anything to anyone.
Yeah, and now she speaks
and now very
venom.
regularly, like speaks venom. I'll say something to her facetiously, like in a bit of a meme way.
Yeah.
And she'll just strike right back. And
Yeah.
I'm like 11 years your senior.
Yeah, no.
She has no care in the world.
No care. Like same with Emi Sakura. Emi Sakura would have like choco talks with people and insult them while she's sitting them down. No reservations.
Yeah, Mei doesn't hold back.
So like, her student, first ever debutee in Gatoh move that's not taught by, or any of Emi Sakura's company.
Mei Suruga, who's wrestled for 5 years, already has her first student.
Yeah.
And her first student is really good.
Yeah, and her first student is wrestling the first match on her 5th anniversary, wrestling Aniki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The same
speak
reverse.
About that match situation that we said
Yes.
is more atypical.
Yes.
Yotsuba is going to be facing it, but I think that's been her journey from the beginning, like her
Yes.
debut with Sakura as
Yeah,
well.
I think that she will face that very similar situation with Aniki. Yeah.
Because despite being Mei's first pupil, she's very not like Mei.
Oh yeah, completely different.
They're very different.
You can tell it from their wrestling too. Mia has everything that Mei is envious of.
Would Chris be interested in tagging along with Mei-chan? No, thank you.
Of course.
No. I'm alright. No.
They're in the same sense that I don't want to tag with my son either.
I'm busy. I don't need that in my life. There's no day where the calls for a need to be that. Mei just knows what to do. Just knows what to do in the right time, and seems uninhibited in the ring. That's why she's the big apple. Best bros sharing the same birthday, and they both tell it like it is. That's also true.
Yeah, I am rude. I do realize it now in hindsight. But like, that is match number 1. Then we have the all-star team in match number 2. Chie, Sayaka, Otoki, Kirihara Tokiko, and Obihiro versus an all-star guest team. Saki, Yuna Mizumori. You have it open up? Okay. Sawadee Coming. Antonio Honda.
And that is literally the all-star versus core.
Yeah, it's basically
8
all-star ChocoPro versus all-star ChocoPro guest. Literally. It's the festive match of the show.
Antonio Honda, my DDT on-off unit member. The Yasareros. We have not tagged in DDT in
probably
maybe a year or so.
Yeah.
I don't think me and Antonio Honda have been a tag team, but every time they release the updated graphic of DDT's units, it's always me half joined to CDK and half joined to the Yasareros. And then there was like a thing where for the Korakuen show, when I was wrestling Jun Akiyama, I was like, Drew, I want you to come and help, support me. Doing this and whatever, and of course Masa wasn't on the show, but I was like, Masa, I hope you'll be there. Like, those are the two that I'll ask them.
Yeah.
And then I was backstage as I arrived at the arena, just getting ready and whatever. And Antonio Honda shuffled into the room and said, Chris, is it okay if I'm in your corner? And I was like, no, I would be happy if you would. I don't want to be a nuisance and ask you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Honda, stay there. Stay for my match and be in my corner, but he was like, Chris, is it okay if I'm in your corner? I was like, it absolutely is.
No joke, it is stupid, I know, and rude to say this to him after he win the tournament and everything. But I was more cheering for Antonio Honda while he's cheering for Chris Brookes. There was so much emotion there. He was like, at one point when Chris did good, he just by pure impulse got up on the apron and Masa is like pulling him down and just come down. The referee will cut here and Chris won't get the fall. And it was but he is
Antonio Honda is a very emotional man.
He is very, and I think it keeps increasing the more music he does.
The more music he does, which is why I keep encouraging him by giving him repeat bookings at Bakugaijin and Friends. Bakugaijin and Friends could not have a more fitting name. Literally everyone on those shows, like the core group of people on those shows, not including guests who come in or whatever. It's just literally all the people I really like and hang out with.
Really.
On one show together.
So that's that. Then we have match number 3, which is yours.
Wait,
CDK.
we didn't talk enough about that match. We were just
I know.
That's interesting.
I think this is the first time they're tagging like that.
Have these 4 ever teamed up together?
No, I don't think ever.
Because this is, no.
Gatoh Move does a generational match once a year on 31st of December.
And they're not the same.
Where they used to do, they usually have 6, but this time we have 8 members. So they would do 3 versus 3. and then the upper and lower class would tag, and then they would have like a just go all out kind of this is Gatoh move kind of match. And this, but to this level, I've never seen before. So like literally, the very core of Gatoh move is just tagging.
It's gonna be fun.
It is going to be very fun.
That's my very real assessment.
Yeah.
Oh, and then go. Sorry. Then I guess it's next is that right?
Yeah, there's.
We've talked about that.
Yeah. I'll just have like you do a little bit of comment.
It's CDK defending the Azure Dream Tag Team titles against the team of Shin Suzuki and Chon Shiryu.
Yeah.
And we've spoken enough about that over the course of the last hour and 13 minutes. However.
Oh wow.
In that match, everything is Shin Suzuki's the gain, I feel.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Chon Shiryu was the
20
Super Asia champion at one point, so.
The 25th, we're 4 days removed.
Yeah, literally 4 days.
Shin's got 4 days to really tell the world what that match means to him.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he does or not before the show happens.
And I think it will change who he shows up as in the match. The 4 days, if how much he tells it, like literally changes who you are. And I know that I can tell that from experience, because it changed me as who I was when I showed up for the Super Asia Championship against Minoru Fujita.
Changed me who I was at Corrigan.
Yes, it does. It literally changes who as you shows up as. The more open to getting hurt you are, the more strength you have.
More vulnerable.
Yes.
And then, next up, semi-final, I'm presuming, for this one.
Yes.
That's big.
That is the end all be all. There is literally nothing. Yeah, we're talking so much about Shin betting everything. I am betting everything. Literally.
That match is huge.
Yeah, that is literally putting
you should take at least 5 minutes
yes.
to talk about this match. Because that match is big.
So, we're wrestling Super Asia Championship match between myself, Minoru Fujita, and Shinno Hagane in a 3-way Super Asia Championship. And
is that the first time there's been a 3-way for the Super Asia Championship?
Probably yes. Yes, it is the first time. Like, yeah, Ki's getting that belt back. I mean, you know it. I told you guys, I need that belt. And I think necessity breeds creation, I think, more than desire. It really does. Necessity is way stronger than desire. Desire is good and all, but things get hard and desires change. Necessity, on the other hand, gets stronger when things go hard. Oh, we have a strong Shin supporter in Red Fox. This is basically me being selfish and bringing the two people that really signify, like, my career in Japan can be described by my encounters with these two people. Myself, Balyanaki, only Balyanaki. Best Bros, forget about that for a second. Like, that's a part of me. But as a singles wrestler, my career can easily be described with these two people. As a singles wrestler, they are my biggest rivals. They are my enemies. They are my friends. They are who made me who I am as a singles wrestler. They gave me meaning. They taught me lessons. They beat me up. They made me felt ashamed. They made me show my vulnerabilities. They made me go crazy, to be very honest. They made me go crazy to the point that I hurt myself willingly, happily, and will do it 100 times over just to have what I've gained from those. One, I have been able to win and one I haven't. But those two people literally can, if you see my interactions with them, that's my career as a singles wrestler in Japan. Those two people. So the fact that we have this in here, we are literally deciding the champion of ChocoPro basically. For once and all.
The champ of champs.
Literally. That's it. If no joke, if that doesn't go well, I can see myself challenging for Super Asia for like years.
No, because wrestling is
No.
very, in that sense, it was like I said after the match with Higuchi. Like,
Yes.
I was in the comment backstage, and I was like, he's so strong that I got lucky today.
Yeah.
If it was any other day, he might have beat me.
Yeah.
The same could be said when you apply you and Hagane and your
Yes.
match together. On any other day, you may have beaten him.
Yeah.
But now this is like your
Yeah.
second chance.
This is it.
And if you don't do it here,
Yeah.
that's a road then to get back to
That's a
being
very
in a position to ever challenging again. Because that's
Yeah.
twice.
That's twice with everything that is need to happen. On time. It has all the conditions that are necessary are aligned. Everything is on the line. I have both of them. Forget about one of them. And if I ever were to go and just be the one, this is it. And if I don't, let's be very honest, if I don't, the U-turn on this highway is very long. I better just go to the next destination then. Or I have to. And that's how I feel right now. 日本語に言っちゃえば本当に正直、秋の日本にあるシングルスラットのキャリアはこの2人との試合で全部まんま見えると思います。それぐらいのライバルです、私としては。全てをかけてるし、ここで勝たなければもはや取り戻しがないし、このハイウェイには U ターンがないという問題です。でもそういう状況を救ったのも私だし、そういう欲しかったからこういう状況になったし、シンさんが全てかかってるって言ったともおかしくないけど、アッキーにも全てかかってるっていうおかしくないです。だから私はまんま心を開き、取り戻しがないと言って上にこの試合をして、やっぱ勝ちたいですね。鋼さんにも藤田さんにも。この2人を同時に倒すのはもはや、それが全てじゃないですか。
Talk about runs. Hagane is on one too.
Yeah.
We said this to each other the other day. I don't know if I've ever seen him so consistently motivated for such a long time.
Yes.
Because we were talking to each other and I said, since prior to America,
Yeah. He's a different person.
he's been motivated. Like,
Yeah.
directly. Like, not even motivated. Because I think, in terms of, like, in the ring or on the mat, he's always motivated.
He's always brings his best, yeah.
I think, in terms of, like, prior to America, prior to the maybe 5-6 months before America,
Yeah.
Hagane-san was motivated by whatever was happening on that day.
Yeah.
And then, in the lead up to him going to America, it was like he had a path, a plan.
I think his ambition woke up again.
He had an ambition that woke up and a direction that he wanted
Yes.
to go.
He had like, I want this.
And then the interesting thing was that it's not switched off.
It is not. Even though he did US and he was like, okay. And then he came back. I don't know if he has intentions to go back or
He
not.
came back from the US, and after, like, when he went to the US the first time, like, he had a bunch of, like, really good showings and matches.
Yeah.
And then, in his return, he had that match with Masa, the singles match that happened on a whim because of
Literally the
Sekine,
next day, yeah.
I remember, and that was, like, insane.
And I think that the very reason he challenged for Super Asia is because he had that match, beat Masan, and then that just became apparent
Yeah.
that who's challenging for the belt. Like, it's almost like his ambition brought the belt's road in his path, literally. Like, it literally changed the direction of everything. Because in my head, I'm not joking, I had my intentions of challenging Shino, and it was way later. I wanted to wrestle Mei. I wanted to wrestle Mas Takanashi. But that happened. And because Shino beat Mas Takanashi, of course it has to be.
It was a real, in that sense, like a jumping of the line.
Yes.
Because logically, next should have been Mei, or should have been
Yes,
Masa,
like-
or should have been me.
Yes, like generally, like these three people, no joke. Like, it's hard for me to say Chris's name because the situations of ours doesn't let us do that. But it's hard for me to say that name. But because Shinno Hagane has beaten me at every point that I've ever wrestled him, and I've wrestled him at every main point of my career in Japan, every time. every big match I wrestle him and then he beats me. So like this time I wanted to have my own path to him.
Right. You wanted to.
Yes.
You wanted to go through the route that by the time you'd finished it, you felt you were ready for that challenge again.
Yeah.
You wanted to feel like if you could beat Masa, if you could beat Mei, if you
Yeah.
could beat Fujita, if you could beat Oka Ken, like all these people,
Yeah.
then
That's
that
the person.
point, the final climax would be
Yeah.
now I'm
Shinohane.
ready to face Hagane again.
And then
but
he just-
jumped the line
It just jumped in the literal path.
because of that new motivation. Because I
Yes.
think the Shino Hagane before America wouldn't have put
He
himself
wouldn't have done that,
in the
no.
race.
No, he wouldn't have. Like I don't think I ever said that because I genuinely wanted to do that. I even told Masa when I came back. I messaged Sakura-san like I want to wrestle Masa for the belt. I told Masa face to face that I wanted to face you. I think I've messaged him from US that when I come back and if it's a match I want to wrestle you. And then he says I'm happy that you say that. I'm happy that after the like he was as you know the way he is.
By any accounts, the fact that you said it to him and the fact that he accepted it probably meant that it would have happened.
Yes.
Until Hagane,
That's
until
what like
Hagane
that was in
beat
my
him.
head, yeah. And I wanted to wrestle Mei, and like especially because we have done so much in like
Because Masa, even if he agreed to it and knew you wanted it, wouldn't accept it knowing that you lost to Hagane.
yeah, he like it just becomes the second that happened for in Sakura-san eyes and in Masan's eyes that happened, and to me too because he was the last boss. I've said it 1,000 times. No, like I've said it in Japanese. I think even said it in Hindi at some point. But he's the last boss. For me, he's the one. I think I've lost him like 10 singles to him, or maybe more. Like he's the one, and so to me he was the last one. And then he showed up. I'm like, here we go.
I wrestled him once and the best I could do was a double fall. I'm not beating me either.
But like, it is it is what it is, and now he's the one. He's in front of me, and here we have this match. So, I'm looking forward to it. Look forward to it too. You're gonna see two things. You're gonna see the most arrogant Aki ever when I win that. Believe me, I won't. Probably the win might make me humble, just because of what
I think,
it will
I
do
think
to
if
me.
you could win, you'd have every right to be arrogant, but it would make you more humble.
I think so. I think, but like in my head, my image is just being on the third rope, not even on the second, and just yelling, literally bringing the Shinjuku Face's roof down. Literally, that's my image of doing it. Or you will see just a
You'll see a really defeated
yeah, you will
Aki.
see a you will see a very ugly end. There's one of those two things. So look forward to it. It will be dramatic, whichever way it goes.
Aki needs to beat Chris too. That hasn't happened yet either. But to the similar point, I've only beaten Aki once.
Yeah.
To say how
by
many
the
times
way,
we've wrestled across paths in 4 years.
yeah.
I've only beaten Aki one time.
Well, it gets too messy when we wrestle. That's
It
why
is ugly.
yes, it is. Yeah. There's
I know,
a lot of
quiet-
bloodlust in there.
Quiet and mysterious Hagane is. It's going to be tough finding someone you can't get a read on. Oh, you cannot.
Oh, you cannot.
Oh, you
I know
cannot.
him though. I think we have had so much heart to
You
heart
know
at
him,
this
but
point.
you know him.
Yeah.
He surprises me constantly.
Yeah. So, that's that. And then finally, people, we have the main event. The main event of Suruga Mei celebrating her 5th anniversary in a single special match against Hanazono Momoka. Now, that's a big one. I mean, for the generational matches, isn't that like one of the generational matches? At least that's how I feel like it. 世代的な試合ですね、皆さんこれは。メイちゃんが自分の世代に試合する。多分、メイと安住がやった試合と同じぐらいの世代の試合じゃないですか。Right? Like I say, Mei celebrating her 5th anniversary in a singles match against Hanazono. And I think it's a generational match. It's a generational match as much as Mei versus
How long has
Azumi.
Hanazono been wrestling?
Probably the same amount.
Keep talking, I'll check.
Yeah. That's my equivalent of it, if that makes any sense. It's like I don't know how their career is, but that's who they are to me. Like that's the generation. They are the same generational wrestlers.
Debut 2018.
Same.
23 years old.
Literally the same. Literally same age, same career. It's literally like that's at least my image. Like that's how I felt when she wrestled. Like
same age, same tall, same height.
What? They are the same height? I wrestled Hanazono in colors. Yeah.
148 centimeters according to Wikipedia.
Literally the same then. Literally.
Mei Suruga 148.
But by the way, no joke. Yeah, you should laugh at that.
Same height, same age, same career.
Same career. But she is not same evil. No. Mei
is the most evil
is smart.
person I've ever met.
Mei is very smart. Even though when she loves cute things, and cute things are mostly stupid, so you see her do stupid things.
She's terrible.
Yeah. But Hanazono is a different kind of level. That's just chaos. And not even like smart chaos. It's very rude to say, but it is. I wrestled her for 20 minutes. Like we had a 20-minute draw tag match. Me and Saki versus Yakitorimal and Hanazono. 20 minutes draw. And I still don't understand 80% of what we wrestled. Even now when I recollect. I have no idea what we did. Because that's how stupidly crazy that was. It's just chaos. Like literally. They had like a thing with they have like a team or something. I have no idea. I was like a third wheel for most of it. And I'm like, oh, makes sense. It's like she might be like, Mei is like, we call her a goblin and everything, and she kinda is. But Hanazono might really wanna be a goblin. Like that might be the difference. She really is just trying hard to be one. Like that's her goal.
Does everyone like my new phone sticker? This is a present from Mia Yotsuba. It's not focusing.
Hold on a sec.
Curses, hold on.
Hold on.
There you go. That was she gave me that and she said King of DDT Omedeto.
That's literally apples.
Yep, I know. Terrible.
Hold on, let me get it.
I got it. Sit back and I'll focus on you.
There we go.
Yep.
But like, so I'm much looking forward to it. Greetings from Singapore, Big T. Oh, this is Mighty Mighty.
Mighty!
Your Masa's opponent.
Mighty's got a mighty challenge ahead of him
yes.
in a few days.
How are you feeling, Mighty? I saw the promo. You were talking some trash. Heavy.
Heavy strong. Yeah. You're about to find a problem, Mighty, if you want one. Masa Takanashi's two biggest fans are right here. So
yes, no joke.
You be careful.
Yeah. That's the first time we might tag together. If somebody beats up Masa Takanasi, that's the only time that might happen.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's the only time we're ever found in the same corner with each other.
Yeah, that is true too. But that's the show, everybody.
That is the show.
So we are looking forward to it. Please come watch. All of you that are in the chat being happy, buy the bouquets. Send me congratulations. Say happy Apples Day. Whatever you want to go. Call her a goblin. I don't care. I actually like when people call her a goblin.
My favorite was when someone called her a worm once. And I filmed it. I had a video of...
I know.
I know that her going, Mei is a worm. Arigato! Someone was saying she was warm and nice. And I said, no, that says worm. You're a worm. And the person I think who wrote its name was Cherie. And she went, Sherry! How dare you? And I said, her name's Sherry. And she went, ah! I lost her mind.
Literally, when we were doing Mania Weekend, we met her at GCW.
Oh!
And she told us. She's like, oh, do you know that thing? I'm like, yeah. Me. I'm like, oh, me. Nice to meet you. Yeah, but, that's the show, everybody.
Oh, no, not Sherry. It was Shay. Shay
yeah.
wrote it. Yeah. And she called her Shari or something. And I was like, no, it's Shay.
Is it the king and the yes? Hope you gorgeous lads are doing well. Thank you, Spun. You started that message. Very nice. It's hard to complain about it. But thank you very, very
I
much.
won't argue with that. I'll take it. But yeah,
So-
that's it. That's the show.
That's the show, everybody.
皆さんぜひ来てください。
はい。CDK のファンの皆さん、CDK 応援を。
もし来ません。
チョコプロの皆さん
応援してください
頑張って
ブーケと、ブーケと、
シンさんの応援を皆さん頼みます。そこは結構必要になる気がする。
支援
で、皆さん、スペシャルブーケも発表になっていると思うので、ぜひぜひ見ていただいたらありがたいです。大きく応援を、多分、花、世界中で送るのは難しいんですけど、言葉の花は送ることができます。それはスペシャルブーケです。だから名前はブーケ。So, people, everybody, from all around the world, you can't really send flowers, but you can send flowers of words.
You can't send physical flowers, but you can send flowers of encouragement in
Yes.
the form of a bouquet.
Yes, and in words, the words you say, those are,
Which
beautiful flowers to
really
us.
Really does make all the world of difference.
It does. So, thank you very, very much. It has been fantastic. I think we got to see quite a bit more about this title match, and hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you very, very much. Chris, do you want to add something?
No, I'm not going to add anything. I'm just going to hit
All
the
right.
end button.
No, please, let us do the thing. I think it will be a weird case to do it. Come on, get into it. I'm like 3-4 drinks in. I think I have it enough in me to like do the yeah. All right, here we go. Come on. Get your shoulders into it.
See
All right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live
Live
it.
it. Yeah.
Ooh.
We are Choco.